have lost it. What am I to do? Greetings to the honorable adjudicators, accurate timekeepers, peers, and to the great audience present here today. My name is AFEENA BINTI MOHAMAD AIZAT from SK SERANDU. Come closer. Let me tell you a story about the honest woodcutter. Once, there lived a woodcutter in a remote village in the borders of Bunga. He was the breadwinner for his family, and he made the ends meet by chopping and selling firewood. Despite being poor, he was an honest man. One morning, under the scorching April sun, he took his iron axe and went into a nearby forest in search of wood. It was indeed a leafy paradise that took him some time to find a good tree. After a tour of search, he found one near a river deep inside the forest. This tree is good. I can get lots of firewood. So the woodcutter set himself into an all-out effort at work. Swish, swoosh, swish, swoosh. Plop. Oh no! As the woodcutter was cutting the woods, his iron axe slipped from his hands and fell into the river. The tranquil river was bottomless. Topping on, the river has been spoken for sinking anyone who gets into it. The woodcutter was in despair. He couldn't get into the water to take his axe out. In a voice full of distress, Oh, what am I going to do? I have lost my precious axe. That was my only property which earned money. Oh dear. The woodcutter was devastated and sobbed, thinking about how he was going to get his axe back. Out of the blue, a luminous white light appeared from the Dairy River, and there stood a beautiful fairy. She stood blinking in the bright light with a gentle smile. "Why are you crying, my dear woodcutter?" she asked. In hopelessness, he said, "Oh, I have lost my axe. Now I won't be able to cut wood anymore. What am I to do now?" The woodcutter told her how his axe fell inside the water. Upon hearing that, the fairy disappeared into the water. After some time, came out an axe in her hand. It glittered as it was made of solid gold. "I say, is this your axe, dear woodcutter?" The woodcutter, wiping his tears away to have a look at the axe, was stunned. As the axe shone beautifully, without hesitation, he said, "That's not my axe." The fairy again went into the water. This time she came up with the silver axe and asked the woodcutter, "My dear woodcutter, is this your axe then?" The woodcutter, looking at the sterling silver axe, said, No, that's not mine either." The fairy dived into the water yet again. This time she came out with the woodcutter's iron axe and asked, "Now, is this axe yours?" she asked. The woodcutter's face glowed in joy. "Why, yes, that's indeed mine." The woodcutter happily accepted his axe and thanked the fairy. The fairy was pleased with his honesty and said, "Take all these 3 axes. This is a reward for your honesty. It's all yours." The fairy rewarded the gold and the silver axes to the woodcutter. The woodcutter went home feeling full of joy as spring. Dear friends, a great message can be concluded from this story. The high road is always respected. Honesty and integrity are always rewarded. As the great saying goes, honesty is the best policy. With that, thank you for having me today.